the key issue that needed to be addressed with respect to the public broadcasting in Israel and the Public Broadcasting Authority is the link to the political level. This is really what created the biggest, the largest, the most prominent damage. And in the creation of the new corporation, there was a mechanism created that created this distinction, this separation between the political level and the professional journalism. There's no option of creating that layer of separation within the existing public broadcasting service.
We have a situation today where the Prime Minister also holds the communications portfolio. Is that a healthy way for our democracy to function?
Well, it's unhealthy that the Prime Minister and the Communication Minister are actually the same person. And I think it's even less healthy that the Prime Minister's main agenda, it seems, is to try and re-engineer and change the entire journalistic and communication landscape in a way that will subjugate it to the whims of politicians. We need free media that investigates, that exposes, that gives expression to a variety of views, and we do not want to move in the direction of other countries that are moving in the direction of adversely affecting freedom of speech.
Many of the Prime Minister's critics say that he's trying to silence the free media, but he retorts that he's trying to liberalize the media market, make it easier for people to set up media outlets. What's the correct way to assess the Prime Minister's media policy?
This is not the issue at stake. The issue at stake now is taking an independent organization, or if we use the words of the chairman of the coalition, David Bitan, to free a press, and trying to subjugate it to the government, to the coalition, to turn it into a political voice. This is the intention. With respect to the commercial channels, we're seeing a different effort. I'm not sure that the word liberalization is the right word, because one has to understand that the journalistic product is a public good. It's a public good that in order to be supplied with a proper quality, proper independence, it requires a certain regulatory environment. A regulatory environment whereby the Prime Minister intervenes and de facto breaks up the commercial channels is an environment whereby those channels will think 10 times about what they say about him or his government, because he affects their business interests.
There's a bigger picture here, which is that the Prime Minister is asking his coalition partners to agree to the reform because they agreed in the coalition agreement that he would have authority over communications issues. How healthy is it for our democracy that parties agree before they establish a government what they're going to do in advance, instead of approaching everything within the spirit of genuine democratic debate?
The legitimacy of the coalition agreement and the way it's phrased is questionable, because it wasn't agreement upon concrete specific steps. It was anything that I do in that area, you have to agree. Now obviously each minister has within his own domain has a level of autonomy, and there's an expectation that he or she will lead the government's activities in that area. But between that and a complete agreement up front for every move, it's a very problematic arrangement.